Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, I had mentioned Michael Misa's name. So let's get right to it. A couple of big OHLers on San Jose's opening night roster. That includes Sam Dickinson, as well as Michael Misa, like I said. But those are two names. Dickinson, I think, was the favorite around the OHL media members for Defenseman of the Year. He'll obviously start the season with San Jose. Misa, again, like I said, I would say there's a better chance he's on San Jose than Saginaw this year. Again, who really knows? But what we're seeing them in the teal to start the year, and who knows what their chances are to come back,
They
right?
look
You
good in
get
the
your
teal.
9 games to see. Yeah, not bad, eh? Not a
They
bad
look
look.
good. Those
Yeah.
teal jerseys look good, BC. I know you like the
Yeah.
Sharks inside there. Like, those jerseys look good.
They look great, eh?
Yeah, they're sharp.
What do
that
we
color.
think? Top 5?
Oh, yeah.
Top 5
I like
jersey
that.
in the NHL?
For those
I like
watching on
the
YouTube,
stealth-
comment.
I like the stealth mode jerseys.
Yeah, only
That's
thing,
flat.
though, their center ice logo sucks. It's so bad. Oh, my God. They tried to do
Sharks?
something cool, and it looks terrible. San Jose center ice logo. If you have a chance, go look it up. I think it looks like crap. Just my personal opinion. But they kind of tried to not recreate because they didn't win the Stanley Cup, and they've never won a Stanley Cup.
Thanks.
But like the Florida Panthers do with the Stanley Cup inside of the cup at center ice, or you see all these teams that are filling in their center ice with colors now, and the Wings obviously going back to Hockey Town with the
Love
100 for their 100th anniversary. It looks sick. Montreal, I know, went with the full circle. I think Ottawa has the full circle as well.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think Ottawa
Leafs
does.
logo's going black and white to celebrate their last cup, too, in 67. Sorry, Leaf fans. Had to get that one in there. You know it's all jokes. You know it's all jokes.
Sounds like
Not really, though.
Sounds like he's going to be starting in
Facts.
the second line. Eklund.
But no, this is cool. And again,
Second.
as much as the London Knights want Sam Dickinson to come back, as much as the Saginaw Spirit want Michael Misa to come back, Jet Luchenko is starting the year with the Philadelphia Flyers. The ultimate goal, and I've said this numerous times, your ultimate goal is to get these guys to the NHL. If they're drafted and they get sent back to you, how do you get them to be an NHLer within a year or two? And that's exactly what the London Knights did. That's exactly what the Saginaw Spirit did with Misa. So, yes, it sucks. You might sell a few more tickets if Misa's in the building or if Dickinson's in the building. But at the same time, this is something you can add to your resume as a franchise. You can add to your Spirit and Knights alum in the NHL wall if you've got one of those, which I know most, maybe not most, but I know some teams have it. Niagara's actually looks really cool in that one hallway. I will say that. I do like the way Niagara has it set up, but that's what you can put on your resume, that you helped Misa get to the NHL. You helped Dickinson get to the NHL. Guelph Storm helped Luchenko get to the NHL, right? That's what you can put on your resume and on your wall up in your building. So yes, it sucks, but at the same time, you want to see these guys thrive at the next level.
Yeah, and you get the opportunity, right? Like, that's all. Like, these guys are too good right now. Like, back at Seneca with Anaheim.
Yeah.
You go that early, like, you can't, like, and that's Michael Misa. And BC, what were you saying about Misa, where he's going to start?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Does Reece got me?
Yep.
I don't think Reece can hear me.
Oh, well, where's he starting?
Second line with Toffoli and Eklund.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Reece, you here?
I don't got Brandon at all.
Okay. Well, he's starting with Eklund and Toffoli, BC was saying. So we'll figure that out in the break. But I got you.
Yeah.
If you're good. But that's not bad to start out on the second line, get the opportunity. Like, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, you kind of got to throw guys out in the you got to give them the chance, right? You draft them second overall, you kind of got to play them. So I like that for San Jose.
Exactly. Like, and all of these franchise, yeah, like all of these franchise, San Jose, to be blunt, they're going to suck again. They are. Anaheim's going to suck, I think.
But they're going to be fun.
Why not put them in those roles? There's no reason not to. You're not going to shove a guy on the fourth line. What's the point of that? You're going to suck anyways. Throw them in top 6. Who cares?
Can you imagine if San Jose ends up winning the lottery and gets McKenna? McKenna, Celebrini, Smith, Misa. Wow, I know BC heard that one. But I just think that would be wild. So I think with San Jose, they're going to be fun to watch. Even if they're not good, like, they're going to be fun to watch. So that's kind of exciting. If you're a Sharks fan, you get to see this youth movement. But no, it's nice to see these guys from the O get the jump. A lot of guys, like obviously Matthew Schaefer, rightly so. But Matthew Schaefer, I know it's not up on here, but I want to touch on that, Reece. Matthew Schaefer has done and said all the right things on Long Island. Everything he's done has been right. right now. Like like his quote that he had the media at the start of preseason hockey when he mentioned about when he got asked, "Are you willing to play on like this to be like the sixth defenseman? You know, be the extra defenseman?" He goes, "Yeah, I want to play in the NHL. Like I'm willing to do whatever helps my team." Like that's the stuff you want to hear. And obviously, you know the family well, Reece. Like with his brother in Niagara, like that's pretty cool to see what Matthew Schaefer has done with the Islanders right away as number 1 overall pick. The impact he has had on them, even just in camp, has been incredible. And you got to be pumped for Schaefer. I mean, you see the little shootout goal that he had there in the preseason. Like, wow, like I'm very intrigued to see what he does for the Islanders this year in a full season. Because, like, it's unfortunate, like, to be honest, in person, like for us with the Bulldogs, you only get to see him once a year in person, at home, once in Erie. But it's like, it's unfortunate because we only got to see this guy play like once or twice, I guess, out of the 3. Like, it's unfortunate, but Schaefer, like, man, the times we did see him play, like the impact he had on the ice every single shift. I mean, every time you watch him play on Flow Hockey Now, formerly CHL TV, and you watch him play, I mean, every time he's on the ice, he makes an impact. I can't wait. With that skating ability, he's going to be so good in the Islanders. It'll be interesting to see what he's like in that system, though, right? They're not a big offensive system, the Islanders. They're defensive first, and I know he's a defensive guy. He's a defenseman, but he can contribute offense, and he can probably run your power play week 1 for you by November, December. He's going to be running their power play for the Islanders.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I don't expect anything out of the Islanders this year, so why not? Like, there's no reason not to put him there. Not to say that's going to help him get to be a number 1 quicker, but if, you know, he might start as the 6th defenseman, but if you can put him in a position to succeed and potentially be your 3rd best defenseman by the end of the year, then that's a win, right? Again, I don't expect the Islanders to do a ton this year in the NHL, but you know, you've got your number 1 overall stud. Put him in a position to succeed. Yes, it may take time. You might not see him be the 5th or 4th defenseman until March, but who cares? He wants to play in the NHL. Give him the shot to play in the NHL and learn at the NHL level, right? You can only learn so much, whether you're playing in junior, whether you're playing in the American Hockey League, and a lot of times top 5, top 10 picks might not see the American Hockey League, but the best way to learn how to play in the NHL is to play in the NHL. And 100%. I think Schaefer is a prime example of that because he's missed so much time. I wouldn't say he got the full junior experience. He did, don't get me wrong, but he didn't play a full season in the Ontario Hockey League, right? And that's the part that also sucks. And yes, we speak here on the podcast about it, but as a fan of the Ontario Hockey League, you kind of wanted him to play a full season. 100%. Just you wanted to be greedy to see him play even more. So again, he's going to learn how to play in the NHL and the NHL. That's the way the Islanders are going to see it, I'm sure. I'm not sure this is a 9 games. Let's go back to Erie. I think he is their 6th defenseman all season long.
You know, I wonder, I would love him to play with a veteran defenseman who's a stay-at-home defenseman. The Islanders have a lot of those guys. I would love to see him on that spot where he has a chance to play his game, because you got to play his game. You got to call him up to be a guy, like to be a contributor. You drafted him 1st overall. But it's one of the things, and like, other than Connor McDavid, because McDavid, I mean, in my lifetime is the best player I've ever saw in the Ontario Hockey League. I mean, there's a lot of good ones for sure, but Connor McDavid's Connor McDavid in my lifetime, like, it's McDavid. But I just think that, and John Tavares had that impact too, Oshawa, London, Taylor Hall, Tyler Seguin. But the one thing is, when these guys, and it always intrigues me, and you always hear from coaches, from general managers around the NHL and the Ontario Hockey League, when the guy graduates out of major junior, and we always hear the same thing where in player development, every player who makes, and we've had so many guys make the NHL this year right out of camp for the first time, just being drafted. But every player that's in the Ontario Hockey League that makes the NHL like this is elite. They are elite players. They have the puck all game long. It's their puck. They control the game, rightly so. Yeah. But what happens when they go to the pros? They get to learn to play without the puck. How you retrieve pucks on your own. You know, like, a lot of times you see guys in the Ontario Hockey League, like, that are elite puck possession players, but, you know, you just can't figure it out at the next level. Guys are so good in major junior, but they just don't transition to the pros. Well, you got to learn how to play without the puck. And I think that's one of the big things that I'm intrigued about, seeing Michael Misa, every single game he gets in a good goal scoring chance. In major junior, he gets multiple good chances. If he's playing a major junior, he's probably going to get like 4 or 5 really good chances to score a game. Like, we saw that last year with Nick Lardis. How many chances did he get a game to score a goal, right? Like, Matthew
For
Schaefer
sure.
at the point. Matthew Schaefer, the power play for Erie would go through Matthew Schaefer. 5-on-5, big crucial situations is going through Matthew Schaefer. Now, and even last year in the NDP for CHL games, that was dominated by Matthew Schaefer. I remember after the first game in London, all the media members flocking toward Matthew Schaefer. Now it's his time to play without the puck. You earn your stripes, you earn your keeps in the National Hockey League. He's going to get targeted a little bit. It's going to be a thing. Like, if he's out there as a sixth defenseman, he's going to play other teams' fourth lines. Like, that's going to get you into the NHL. I hope that the body holds out. I hope he's okay. And obviously hope for health, but I'm excited to see what he can do. I really am. I think that he can be a guy that it's exciting to see how good he is without the puck, right? And like being a defensive defenseman at times. I mean, it's going to be interesting how he evolves in his role and evolves in his game here in the pro level. I think he's going to be good. I hope they let him be a skilled guy. And maybe in their coaching, they have that opportunity there too, but it'll be exciting to see what he has.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, for the people watching us on YouTube, for the people listening, we'll just kind of go over it. But Brady Martin in Nashville, again, another team that's not awesome, I guess is the best way to put it.
He spent all that money in flop.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm starting to think this Barry Trotz as a GM thing isn't as successful as a Barry Trotz as a head coach type of thing. Not to say he's done a horrific job. I mean, I'm not sure about the Askarov move, but anyways, and he doesn't have a contract with Luke Evangelista yet. But Brady Martin is getting an opportunity